Okay. All right, Mr. Brickhouse, you have questions for me.
Yeah. Question number 1. Have you ever heard of Chrischan?
I think I've seen a down the rabbit hole about him, but it was like, I don't know, 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
Have you heard about the curse of the medallions he makes?
Okay, so I know he made a medallion and like somebody stole it or copied it, and then they were pretending to be a different Chrischan, and there was like a war, and then I guess the medallion either got stolen or broken, and I think he had to make a new one. I think that's the extent of my Chrischan knowledge.
Okay, let's back it up, because there is a final question I need to ask you about this that I'm dying to know. All right? So for anybody watching right now who's not familiar with Chrischan is a turbo autist and one of the oldest internet personalities people have been making fun of. And there is all sorts of content about him. I'm not going to keep it granular for the sake of brevity here. And there's plenty, as Mr. Jackson mentioned, plenty of documentary-style videos about him, too. Hours and hours, days worth of content you can cycle through. But he is a turbo autist that essentially created his own quote-unquote original character by blending together Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu to create Sonichu. He made comics about this.
Okay.
He documented his quest of wanting to get a girlfriend. Oh God, there's just so much to cover.
Oh, I've heard of the love
essentially,
quest. Okay, yeah, that was part of the thing.
Oh, the love quest, yeah.
Okay.
But essentially what it boils down to is, and I'm not talking about the medallion he made of Sonichu that he shoved up his ass. That's a different story. That happened. True story. He ended up making replicas that are, 100% Chrischan, Sonichu magic from Quickieville. Quickieville is the city he made. And there's a curse or a supposed curse that comes with these medallions. If you purchase one, your life is just fucked, right? And there was a couple of internet personalities, famous ones, that bought a medallion, and people say it kind of coincided with them dropping off, getting cooked. An example would be iDubbbz.
No.
Famous, iDubbbz, old school internet personality, made a lot of memes. A lot of folks probably grew up with, like the green man dropping off a kitchen counter saying, "I'm gay," or got crippling depression, right? Total edgelord, really funny back in the day. Pioneer, if you will. And he bought a medallion. Next thing you know, he marries an OnlyFans girl. No
Takes
judgment.
her last
I'm just
name.
saying. I'm stating. Yeah, I'm stating the facts here. All right, I'm stating the facts. Allegedly, I'm gonna throw that out too for my lawyers. Took her last name. Started making like 2016 era breadtube leftist talking point videos, just super cringe. Started trash talking and backstabbing all the friends he had from his funnier days, like H3H3.
I've seen some of that.
Who else
seen
is
some
there?
of their feud. Apparently, a guy named
Mutahar.
Well, I don't know these guys.
Yeah,
I don't know these guys from cold ones or hot ones. There's like two. I think they're Australian guys, but they've got like some huge channel too. I don't know like what their actual thing was, but I guess they were part of the original crew with iDubbbz, and then also Filthy Frank was part of their original crew, and he went on to be. His name is now Joji or Jofi, and he makes,
actually,
music,
I think,
and he's really successful.
I think he actually bought a medallion too, but he's still pretty successful. So either that counteracts the curse, or it's just a testament, because he did hang up his comedy persona and everything like that, and just went to music.
Oh, so maybe,
you could argue
maybe the curse
that
affected Frank, but not
it
Joji.
affected him. That's a good way of putting it. Maybe his persona got fucked in the ass by the
Frank
medallion.
died, so that Joji could live.
He died as he lived, filthy. But
it was the only way to escape the curse.
Yeah. But he had to slide his I can't even say that. Let's cut that. He had to his persona to live as Joji. Next up, we have Mutahar. Everybody knows Mutahar, right?
I know
what is
who
this
I know
channel
who
name? No
Mudahar
Ordinary
is.
Gamer or whatever.
Ordinary Gamer, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very famous, commentary channel, whatever he does.
I'm going to bring up the image here while you get in, when you get into these things. All right, let me see what we got here. Okay, so.
Oh, yeah, we got a hit list of the medallion, right.
Okay, I love how iDubbbz is listed as Ian Jamha. Anissa Jamha's husband is probably how he should be referred to. Wore a replica Sonichu medallion as part of an early YouTube commentary satire referencing. Years later, faced massive backlash and fan split after distancing himself from edgy content and defending his wife's OF. Many meme historians cite this as the medallion curse striking again. Oh no! So that's what happened, dude. The fall of iDubbbz has been a source of so much entertainment. I've seen so many like documentary channels stop whatever they were doing to talk about how bad iDubbbz became, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Like we could fill hours of video talking about that downfall. So I don't want to get sidetracked. Let's go on to Mudahar.
Yeah, Mudahar bought the medallion, then fell off. It came out he allegedly lied about his degrees, like engineering degree or something he was going on about.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know the deep dive of that lore because I was never interested in anything that dude had to say anyways.
Well, from my point of view, he always came across as kind of like, I never understood his popularity, but I always thought like, okay, this guy's for a younger audience because he would like cackle into his microphone. There's always shots of him like laughing where I guess he's trying to mock like the business practices of game companies or something like that. But there are, I don't know, 30 or so clips of him saying, well, as an engineer, as an engineer, from an engineer's point of view, and people clipped the shit out of that. And it was pretty bad, I would say. If your whole like stance and your credibility is coming from your knowledge, of being an Indian engineer, like your credibility is tied up so much into that as soon as that gets exposed, I feel like a lot of people then kind of checked out of, he's no longer the guru he says he was. Which to me, I don't know, that's way less bad than a lot of these others. He's not, grooming kids. He's not like trying to make excuses for the terrible behavior of other people, like some of this, like I've seen from Mr. Jamha. So for me, this is like a super mild falling out. I don't know if maybe his channel started to fall off or anything like that, but I mean, to me, this is like the mildest so far. He got a little slap on the wrist because nobody seemed to care after that. They were like, okay, he's definitely not the engineer he says he was, but I guess he like just stopped bringing it up, and now he just kind of went back to whatever he's doing, and people kind of forgot. So I'd say of the damage from the medallion, the damage of the medallion curse, I would say iDubbbz right now is like, let's say he's the maximum failure you can get. He literally got cucked.
No. Actually, I can one up you immediately because there's one more I'll talk about. Well, there's also Boogie. I don't know if he needs to be mentioned, but the next one I do want to mention is I don't know how to pronounce, Nick Riccietta or something like that. Okay. So the dude came on the scene, with the Johnny Depp trial, I believe. Maybe he had his channel before then. He's a lawyer. He does like law commentary. And at that point in time, that was booming content. So the guy just skyrockets up. He's got his lawyer job. He's got this now. He's pulling in bank, right? He's pulling in bank. And then he buys the medallion. And then it just spins out of control. Everything I'm about to say is super allegedly. Okay. By the way, I'm super
you're talking about a lawyer,
right now. Dude shows up on stream just hammered, right? Just out of control. He's visibly like in a troubled state of mind. Let's just put it that way. And something came up with like drugs and orgies and all sorts of things. Maybe he was trying to sell drugs. He got caught with drugs. All sorts of shit went down. Dude I think he's in jail right now, actually. Or he was in jail.
So I have heard pieces of this too because of that. There's like this channel and all they do is talk about these people. And Nick, I think Riccietta is one of the people they talk about. And from what I understand, allegedly, his kid, during like a raid on their house, the cops came to his house, and his kid had, I probably shouldn't say the name of the drug, had nose candy in their system. So like, not only was this guy drinking and on drugs in his house, and I heard also there was like bisexual orgies going down, and you know, wife swapping or partner swapping or whatever. I'm not even going to talk about the nastiest thing I heard on there because it honestly grosses me out so fucking much. But apparently one of his like male cohorts shared in the stew. I don't even know how to say this. Fucking disgusting. And then they had like an argument about it where one guy, neither one was denying it, but they were like denying the circumstances over which it happened. Because one was like, yeah, you know, I let him sleep with my wife, and then he like finished on her chest, and I went in there to like clean it up. And the other guy is like arguing not about the fact that it happened, but about whether or not it was okay for him to sleep with his wife. Everything else is like, nobody's contesting any of the other facts, it's just such fucking degeneracy. I can't even get my head around it. But it's crazy to know that came from buying this Omega Autist medallion. I had no idea.
Well, that actually leads, that segues into my final question actually for you.
Okay.
And that is, let's just say you made it. You have 1 million subscribers on your channel. You're doing good. You got all sorts of sponsorships. Would you buy that medallion?
So like right now, let's say I'm a popular, like, you know, broadcaster or social media presence or whatever, and we have 1 million subscribers, and people are saying like, you should buy a medallion. It would be hilarious. They're donating, right?
Actually, let me back up. No. Let me actually back up. No, because this makes it more difficult and I think more concise. Let's just say the condition of your success, sort of like a Faustian bargain. The condition of your success is that once you make it over 2 million subscribers, whatever, super successful, you have to buy that medallion. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would. I think that I'm not a believer enough in a curse to like avoid that, but I'm also not super confident that it wouldn't get me. Like, I'm not 100% non-believer, but I'm enough of a non-believer that if we were already successful, or if there was some like element to it where, yeah, like the audience really wants to see it just to see if it does cause my downfall, I think I would be forced to take that chance. Not only...
Yeah, just don't bring that shit anywhere around me, I'll tell you that much. I don't want to see that fucking medallion around me.
Well, if it's been in someone's ass, no. But if it's just to test the supernatural element of it, if it's just to see if the curse happens, then yeah. Because there's always the filthy Frank out, right? There's always the Frank option. And he's listed here, right?
The last day of Mr. J, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'd have to, I might have to, hang up the medallion along with the blazer, and then you'll see me come back as a completely different like persona or character. But so I feel like there's enough of a safety net there. And this, they have him listed here. So Filthy Frank Joji, was the name, wore a medallion in a skit during his absurdist YouTube phase. Soon after, retired from YouTube citing health and stress, pivoting to music as Joji, which succeeded artistically but also tied to public speculation about his deteriorating well-being during the transition. This is nothing. Like, yeah, who cares if people are talking about you online? Like, who's not going to talk about you? This feels like it's barely a curse. I guess if you consider leaving behind Filthy Frank as like a terrible and sad thing, then yeah, I could see this being a curse. But to me, I feel like that dude got all the mileage out of Filthy Frank he was ever going to get. Like, how many different hoarse-voiced memes can you possibly generate? I still, to this day, see Filthy Frank memes where he's like shouting no at the camera, holding up a clock, saying it's time to stop, being dressed as like a clitoris or like a little pink man and like appearing. So to this day, I still see Filthy Frank memes. So I feel like he got everything he was going to get out of that. And it's no harm to move on to another thing. And, obviously it's better for him for his voice and things like that. So Yeah, I'm not too
All
scared
right,
about
well,
this curse. But
you heard it here first. 2 million subscribers. You're buying a medallion. Just again, don't bring that shit around me.
well, wait. Okay, how much is a sauna? Okay, how much? Oh my God, this is what happens when I try to type on my off-center keyboard. How much is a Sonichu medallion? What? They're so cheap. $42? Is this? That's all it costs to curse your life? Stop. Wait, is this like official? Like that he makes them? Or is it a she
yeah,
now?
he's supposed to.
Wait, is that a woman now? You can get the shirt. Okay, it says authentic. I 100% thought it said autistic.
I would never wear that shit. Are you joking me?
What? Dude, and his face in these fucking ads. No.
Okay, you got to do the combo. You got to buy the shirt. You got to buy the medallion.
Okay, so what number did you say? 2 million? So if on any platform we
No.
hit
2 million minus 1.99 million.
So 100,000, what is that, 10,000? See, dude, I thought this was going to be so much harder to get a hold of. That is fucking crazy. Made by official CWC Mart.
Quickie Mart.
Oh, okay. So that's the name of his
It says it's like his initials, but it's pronounced Quickie. He uses it for his city for Sonichu, where he has all these Sonichu characters.
That's psychotic.
Running around doing a bunch of weird shit.
Wait, is this the comic?
Hell yeah.
What? Okay, this I actually want though. No fucking way. Dude, I had no idea this. Ew. Oh, what is on his neck? Ah. Oh my God. Okay.
That medallion spins to places. All right.
Fuck.
You need to buy that one. That's the one for you.
Oh, okay. That's definitely a 2 million medallion right there. Okay, I can't look at it anymore.
I'll buy you one for Christmas.
I'm freaking out. All right, that's fucking gross. Okay, so we didn't get into Boogie. So Boogie posed with fan-made Sonichu merch, referencing Chrischan.
That dude needs his own video.
I've seen this guy recently, and he's just like, I don't know, he like faked cancer, I guess. He faked a tattoo on his face to like recover from lying about cancer. I don't know, he seems like just completely performative, just full of shit. I guess now he's broke too, or he claims to be broke, so he begs for money. But he's got like the YouTube success chompers, like he had all of his teeth replaced with big old veneers. So he looks fucking psycho. Okay. Wow. No, so I had no idea about the curse, but yeah, I will shoulder that burden as for the price of success. So yeah, if anyone wants to curse my life with a medallion, just share the videos or whatever that you see. And once we get to 2 million, we'll do it. All right. Fantastic.
All right.
Another great episode in the can. Beautiful.
Mr. Jackson.